there's a great deal of I guess irony in that your parents never thought you'd amount to much.
No, they really didn't.
And now here you are in space, undergoing a pretty important mission with your friends and Faradir as you make your way towards a destination. Speaking of family, what are B's thoughts about having to confront their brother?
They keep finding tasks to kind of
Distract
to
them.
put their mind to distract them from that because they know they're going to end up having to confront them. They don't know what they're going to do, honestly. But worst comes to worst, family is family. But if they have to, B will not think twice about having to put down their brher.
Okay,
But
and
yeah,
just yours and Renee's, because you know you're chill like that. But did you already go over what you're thinking right now?
uh, he's just kind of sitting, chilling, looking out into space, just kind of like, wow, I'm in space, crazy. And then, inevitably he starts to,
The crew.
the Nautiloid.
Oh, I see.
And that fuck Sir Grar, I'll never forgive him. He will die one of these days.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm gonna lock my door and I'm gonna just look out into space for a bit. It's a unique sight for John.
There is a measure of tranquility here. No, you don't face any paranoia or anxiety while you're here. Feels nice. But there is a calm before the storm. And you can anticipate a storm
Didn't
coming.
really, besides the assassination attempt, any craziness. Nothing too crazy. I mean, he was fully expecting to encounter at least one of the androids or something, before leaving. But right now, I guess he's pretty pleased with how the crew have conducted themselves, and especially in the matter of welcoming the kind of odd guests aboard. It's not every day that this a group like this ends up on the bridge of. I'm assuming they've come to the bridge and gotten a little tour.
Oh yeah, no, you would have you'd have gone to that probably last night.
Yeah, it's not every day. But other than that, just business as usual.
Just yet. And you don't have to
Alright.
worry about being hacked. Your starship's cybersecurity is pretty immaculate.
Right. Renee will kind of just say, yes, send it to the view screen here. Let me take a look at it.
Right away, sir. And he kind of punches a few buttons on the keyboard here. And it says, the message reads out. To Centurion Guillaume of the Astrospectate, this is the Duke of Darkness. I have sent you the coordinates to neutral territory. There we can discuss what we need to discuss. And it says signed the Duke of Darkness.
Expected the Duke of Darkness to contact directly. I should probably confer with the other members of my group to see what they would like to do.
Shall I have them brought here, or would you prefer to discuss these matters in your cabin, sir?
How about the ready room?
Excellent choice, sir. I'll notify them, or would you prefer to notify them yourself, sir?
I'll notify them myself. I'll be in the ready room. You have the bridge.
All right, sir. And he'll quickly kind of assume position, and Renee, you quickly ready yourself, kind of tidy yourself up,
The maneuver.
Yeah, and you begin to make your way.
To admit, I wasn't sure that you would be the first face that I saw, given that it is so early in the morning.
Just go wrestlers had to stretch out the old sea legs, you know what I mean? But well, guess we're not really in the sea. Huh.
Base legs, rather.
Yeah, I guess so. Though it's weird to be on a ship that doesn't rock up and down.
Yes. I remember back in the academy, they had us training on naval vessels. I could never quite get used to the nausea. But thankfully, we can rest assured that there is no rough water out here. Thankfully. Not unless something terrible were to happen. God forbid. I'll be blunt with you. He wants us to meet with him. He says that he wants to have a meeting on quote-unquote neutral ground to discuss quote-unquote matters. I have no idea what he might be referring to, but nor do I realize how he knows that we are traveling, although I'm sure he has spies, but
I'm sure they have their own way of knowing things, but if I had to make an assumption, and well, they're if they know that we're coming, they probably know what we're heading to Mars to do.
yes.
If I had to guess, they probably just want to make negotiations with us, and maybe we can squeeze out the name of that cultist member that we are seeking out.
That brings me to the other point. Is the location. Jonathan, you in particular, find this perhaps a bit concerning, but he wants to meet at the Drunken Oath.
Did he give a reason why?
No reason why. But given that the Drunken Oath is, well, give or take an hour's travel from where we are in the astral plane at this very moment, I have no doubt that this was a plan. The reason that I brought you all here is to determine our next course of action. I didn't want to go and take the ship over that way if we weren't all going to be in agreement on going to this meeting. If we want to even entertain this, I mean, I'm certainly open to what you all have to say.
Well, it is dangerous meeting up with this Duke of Darkness. Wanting to meet at the Drunken Oath is probably better for both parties. It's neutral ground. No one really goes there with any ill will towards any other party.
Such a place as the Drunken Oath, but I certainly wouldn't put it past him.
That's true. I'm okay with going, if the others are. We just have to proceed with caution. And like you said, I doubt the Duke of Darkness would try and start something in what is essentially a temple to Razanor.
Yes, precisely. What do you say, Jonathan? I mean, after all, this is holy ground of Razanor we are speaking of.
What B says is true. Starting issues in the Drunken Oath would lead to this Duke having far more enemies than just us.
It's a fair point.
Using it as neutral ground is... it's not a bad idea from his part, but I'm just concerned about what kind of company he may bring with him.
Well, I've got a personal grudge against some of those fuckers.
Understandably so.
If it means anything, the Duke of Darkness themselves probably wasn't. They weren't. There's a chance that they weren't a part of the group that attacked your ship, Faradir. But they have information that would be beneficial for us if we can make negotiations work.
I'll try and keep as civil as possible until then.
If you must stay on the ship, that is probably that's also fine. But of course, we are going to the Drunken Oath, so.
Think of it this way, Faradir. this gives you a chance to look it in the eye. Just one time, before you inevitably get your revenge.
Suppose.
Well, settles it. I'll instruct the crew to divert the ship towards the Drunken Oath, and we will tentatively attend this meeting. As I said, it should be an hour until we reach the Drunken Oath, so you all are roam the ship as you so please.
Rosanor, of course, adheres to the law of hospitality, but his followers believe it does not extend to truly evil people, or at least those who they deem as truly evil. They're willing to bend the rules, as they believe hospitality is not granted to all. Now again, this does not have to be your personal belief. It's just the most commonly held belief within Rosanoran circles. You keep that in mind, whether or not you lean one way or the other. And you spend that hour, as well as the rest of you, relaxing, contemplating, meditating, getting up to your typical activities, before you eventually see the small bits of asteroid archipelagos that form the Drunken Oath territory, and the ship docks nearby. Little starships you guys passed by. A lot of them were Roman, or Terran vessels. Of course, nations on Terra have their own. They're all under the flag of Rome, as it's the intergovernmental organization. But each of them have their own identity. You would have seen like Fredonian ships. You would have seen Saracen ships. You would have seen Kushan ships. But they're all under the same flag. You would have passed by a lot of those starships. But here you see a lot of like independent free captains. None of them are exactly pirates, at least as far as you can spot, Renee, and you, Faradir. You guys would mark this out, as well as you, Jonathan. I would say all three of you. But you do see smaller frigates and whatnot.
You have no fucking idea.
Holy,
Fantastic.
As you all round the corner, you see four individuals. Three of them situated in the corner at the back. One lone figure shrouded in complete darkness, wrapped around in a rugged leather cloak. Two of them wearing gas masks. One of them with like blue hair and some shades. Completely sticking out from the other two, but has similar militia to them. Underneath the cloak of the Duke of Darkness, you can see similar militia gear. And you can see underneath, like on their shoulder, is a patch with the flag of Zarkel on it. But not on this individual's shoulder, on his arm. And so, let me go ahead here.
Happy birthday to the Duke of Darkness.
I
Are
thought
there-
it was Ronnie Salazar.
Are there drinks over here
There
on
are.
this table? I'm gonna start making a drink.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna see that table, kind of like stop myself and recompose myself, and then make my way over to the table.
Okay.
Drinks, you say.
Putting Bon Jovi Faradir.
Ooh! Oh, I sat on one of my nuts. Oh shit! Oh, that was me, not B. Oh my god! Ow!
The B moment.
Oh! Oh!
Now you're really embodying me in that moment.
Oh fuck! I feel more effeminate all of a sudden. Ah.
I'm sorry, the clarification. Why would you think that we wouldn't
Oh
be to
shit, I
sit on
completely
the
forgot
road?
my cat was in my room.
Dude, I don't know. Okay, it was funny in my head to
Renee,
say
what
it.
do you- oh, you're making drinks. That's right. Faradir, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm also making drinks.
Okay. So I'll say while the two of you make drinks. Anything you two want to say to each other as you're kind of creating some beverages?
I kind of look over to Faradir and I kind of whisper like, "Well, he's certainly as imposing as I thought he would look. And what's with the company?"
I don't know, but kind of like lean forward a little bit. Looks like it's somebody's birthday.
Renee kind of like smiles and goes, he looks back to Faradir and he goes, "Yes, let's hope it's a happy one, shall we?"
I don't know. I don't feel too much to singing.
Well, me neither. And after he says me neither, he'll turn, as he's still making a drink, and loudly, with he's projecting his voice now. He'll turn to the Duke of Darkness and go, "So, to what do we owe the pleasure?"
And he has his like one leg crossed over the other. He's taking a very relaxed posture for someone who appears a little imposing, as you said. He says, quite calmly, "Two ambitious leaders, of course." Welcome, unknown underground. I hope our time here is fruitful and insightful. We bear no ill will towards you specifically, so I'm hoping this meeting is productive and that we may gain something. Both of us.
Well, what are you hoping to gain from this?
Neutrality.
So, you called us here for a sense of understanding?
Get caught in our crossfires. If you wish to continue searching for monsters and the like, we shan't stop you. In fact, we find that very productive and beneficial to everyone, not just Sarkel. We just ask that when the time comes for great political change, that you merely stay on your side of the street. We wish for you not to be directly involved, and this is easier to say to the other three, harder to say to you, Centurion Guillaume. I understand you might have governmental obligations, so I give you a measure of exception.
Well, a good place to start would be enlightening us on perhaps what matters have we interfered with thus far. This was hardly out of, shall we say, it was more a matter of circumstance than anything. You see, when you happen to try and assassinate some political candidates in, the presence of those associated with a god of Razanor, and tangentially related to a government official, such as myself, a freelancer for the Roman government as well, it can tend to ruffle some feathers. When people such as ourselves, we're in the business of when we see someone harmed, we try to help out. It may be, a bit odd, but it is our nature.
Of being one of the assassins.
I see. How does that make you feel?
Annoyed at first, but given the circumstances, I didn't put it past them. Me and Faradir were prime suspects after all.
What you had experienced is only a measure of what regular Zarkellans have to put up with. Now, you were given some leeway, because you have connections. Inquisitorial connections, might I add. Regular Zarkellans don't have that privilege. I'll repeat this again. We will give you some measure of information. I simply do not wish to see you on the battlefield that we are going to face.
You and those you associate yourself with have, but I've done everything within my power, including, might I add, bringing some of your own native Zarkellans, the Knights of St. Dido, down into the deep depths of Zarkel. I understand your anger with the Kularans. I understand your anger with the Alabaster Enforcers. They are no peacekeeping force. They are hardly even enforcers. They couldn't even keep your associates there. And he kind of nods towards the three from that opening at the theater. So, is that perhaps your motivation for giving me some leeway, or is it truly that you don't wish to see any of us get harmed? And he says this with like a kind of skepticism. You know, you can hear it. You consider yourself champions of Zilla?
My brother does. I'm more of a pragmatist.
I see. So, it's less about representing Zilla and more about the people for you. Am I correct?
My brother refers to gathering a loyal following and presenting a heroic image. I'm more concerned about maintaining a stable government and trying to topple the current one. We have our priorities.
Your raps. I mean true stability. One where both sides, above ground and below, can prosper. That is my vision. The higher-ups in the Roman command structure would see me, a young centurion, newly promoted. They would see me fail. They would put me in this lose-lose situation, if you will. A way to test my mettle, perhaps to get a few laughs. I see it more as an opportunity to bring real change. But I cannot in good conscience bring change by the means of terrorism. I'm sure you can understand that, at least from my perspective.
You see the hooded figure nod. It appears we are at a standstill. I presume you speak with the confidence and command of not only your crew, but your Argonaut companions here. Do you all feel the same? He kind of looks at you, John B, and Faradir.
I want what's best for Zarkel. I've lived there for the past 5 or so years, but I can't see myself aligning myself with people that would commit terrorism like Zilla has so far.
Looks at you, Jonathan.
I know what I must do. I don't know if it means that I should align myself with an organization such as...
Renee will see that he's about to leave, and he will go, I would implore you to look a bit deeper into matters. Perhaps your visions, your delusions of grandeur have been just that, delusions. I have it under good knowledge that, well, there's no easy way of putting it. Your organization is being used in ways that you can't even believe. You're being manipulated by cultists of the Yellow King. And I believe you've been blind to it all this time. And now, I will roll.
Please do. Excellent
That's
work.
pretty
'Cause
good.
The DC was 30.
That's pretty good.
Oh, baby.
I would fit in that category. I would like to think that my skills and abilities put me on a higher plane than a regular sloppy terrorist. So, I shall grant you this boon, whether you will look at it this way or not. Because I understand this one, he points at John. The Yellow King lives in his head, 24/7. Isn't that right?
I know the threat he possesses. I won't be caught idle.
Very well. We both have a similar enemy. I see no reason to withhold this information. Better you to battle them than spend resources doing it on our end. I'll give you the name of the cultist and where they typically congregate, those areas. Takes a step back.
Does it look like he's still leaving?
Yeah, he looks like he's in the midst of leaving. At least the two of them look like they're leaving, and he looks at the blue-haired individual, whispers something to him, and you see the other two look like they're getting up to leave.
As he's beginning to leave, Renee will kind of stand up, and he takes final swig from his drink, and he puts the glass down, and he goes, "I should have known. Just the type of negotiations I would expect from a follower of Enlil. Let us hope your god does not bring a storm from which none will recover."
Perhaps you got to him. It's hard to say without any facial expressions. He's got a little bit more stiff, and he says, Perhaps Athena's wisdom may save you and your friends when the storm does approach." They'll turn around, and they'll make their way.
I'm getting out of my chair and following. I'm not being subtle about it. I am visibly trailing them.
Gotcha.
Renee kind of steps over towards here, and he looks at the remaining guy and goes, "Not much of a birthday party, is it?"
And he kind of double checks, looks out the window. Whew, that was pretty intense, wasn't it?
You mean you don't know them?
Oh no, I work with him.
Oh.
It's just I don't really dig the super dark, shadowy vibes, you know.
He usually that intense?
Oh yeah, I mean he's pretty chill when he doesn't have the hood. It's like the hood transforms him into something like regular generic shuttle, like one doesn't no identifiable
markings.
No markings.
Yeah.
And you watch as the two of them enter, and as they enter, Jonathan, you see the hood of the Duke of Darkness turn to face you, looking at you in the window. You're not sure if he's actually looking at you, or if he's looking at the window or the general direction, maybe at the doors. It's hard to say. And you receive a telepathic message, and the message says, "Good hunting." You may choose to reply to this if you'd like.
I will not.
He will step onto the shuttle.
I will not.
We call into question this place being neutral ground if we did something while he was here.
It's true. It's why I'm not seeing Keeper. That's why Thorin is. Thorin's a lot wiser than us. At least me. I don't want to speak for you. Actually, who I'm kidding. He's wiser than you.
Oh, I think about anyone's wiser than you right now. You should probably head back to bed now. I know you're not normally up in these hours.
No. Why don't we get a drink?
It's been a bit since I've done that. Lead the way.
And she will sling an arm around your shoulder, and she will bring you over to the counter. Thorin, the hearty dwarf, goes ahead without needing to ask. Looks like he was already preparing to pour 2 tankards. He'll just slide it over, one to you and one to Lizelle. Come on, you know it's me, right, Ronnie? Surely that many years hasn't passed.
I was.
Come on, get over here.
He's just gonna. Be'll get up and make their way over. Oh god, I was lagging for a
You
second.
realize at this point the birthday cake says "Happy 19th birthday." Huh? See, I got a strawberry frosting with vanilla. So it's not super fancy, but I never liked the super fancy stuff. So.
Well,
Do you know this man?
This is
Oh, I'm his brother.
This is my brother.
Ronnie Salazar, at your service.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
He's fine. It's just what I've been going by
Gosh.
nowadays.
I'm sorry. I didn't even want to impose like that. But
No,
eat up,
yeah.
and he'll bring out a knife, and he has like 7 little plates. He starts like cutting up the cake.
Well, first of all, I'm surprised you remembered after all these years.
Yeah. I mean, why would I miss your 19th birthday? Come on.
I'm a little older than 19, Ronnie.
Wait, you are?
This would be my 24th birthday.
You're that old? Gross.
You
I
fucking
remember it started. It
ancient.
was like mid sip,
Jesus.
and he like spat.
I can't believe that you didn't say anything about your birthday coming up.
Yeah, what the hell, B?
I don't particularly like celebrating my birthday.
That's why I always have to do it.
You're one of those
Tell us
types.
about your fun time with the throuple, but no birthday
Whoa,
information. Come
whoa!
on.
What is this? You?
Faraday, please don't speak anymore.
No, we gotta talk about this.
What?
You're one of those
Speak of
dramatic.
what? I don't know what you mean.
Come sit down. Sit down, Verdier.
Oh,
You're
you
one
know
of
what?
those-
I might just do that, Ron.
You're one of those traumatic experience birthday types. I know just the remedy for that. And Renee, with his piece of cake, begins to walk out of the room.
You know, Ronnie, you've grown up a lot since I saw you in that picture way well. Wait, I'm sorry,
Who's
Ronnie.
the,
What did you ask me?
Who are the lucky people?
My roommate and a mutual friend of ours, we
What are the names?
Desiree and Damien.
Oh, Desiree and Damien. You're B, and they're the 2 Ds.
Double D's.
The euphemism does not escape his mind. B, that much you know. He's not a smart guy.
Mm-hmm. No, he is. I
fact,
got all.
the way Faraday and him are sitting, it's almost as if they're sharing a single brain cell.
Yeah. A DP by double D on B.
That's what I'm talking about, brother.
I'm
And
glad you
yes,
do.
it was described as a ravaging.
Oh, I knew the word ravage was going to be used.
I thought it was his birthday.
This is very sudden.
I know. I'm more upset with B for not, saying anything in advance, but they're one of those traumatic experience. I don't like to celebrate my birthday types, and I intend to change that.
B seems to keep their secrets close to their chest.
Indeed, except when it comes to encounters of the sexual kind.
You think back to the word ravaging.
And I am assuming I am just completely oblivious to what the
And you
conversation
picture
is
it
like in the
your
other
mind.
room.
In fact, you remember that very moment in the clinic.
It's like an
Wimpy.
echo's like
Yeah,
it's
I
like an
didn't-
echo is like an echo of like they ravaged.
It's been
a
like
cloud
it's,
bubble.
know about
It's
it.
been like
Damn.
it was gonna be a surprise.
Yeah, the word ravage echoes as a faded image of B's hickeys permeate your mind.
I feel bad for pushing, but that's...
the only way to deal with people like this, I've had many crewmates like this. The only way to deal with it is to make new memories of the best kind, surrounded by friends, and I guess a family member. Although he's a bit dull, that one.
Is the family member a friend in this scenario?
He seems friendly enough, though he does associate himself with Zilla. He does so out of necessity, or so he says, but again, he is a bit of a dullard. You'll figure it out. Within about 2 minutes of speaking to him, he's not very bright.
Thankfully, my dwarven clan knows some fire genie brewers. After all, they also provide us with some fine smelting materials, but it isn't too much off my back. I'm willing to spare this for a friend of Jonathan, and you seem like a good man. It is expensive, but I'm willing to half the price. It is $600.
Well, a small price to pay for Bree's birthday. I'll happily accept your offer, and thank you, Thorin. You're quite an upstanding man for even considering. I know how much bartenders prize their secret stashes. And he will put down $1,000.
Oh, shit.
And he will say, keep the change.
Oh, God, he's so cool. On
Damn.
each of them?
Yeah.
Do I have to blow out all of them?
Well, since we're all here, B,
Now,
why don't you,
Faradir.
Oh.
Faradir. If I've learned anything from the interactions we've had as a group, it's that B doesn't care for when you speak that much. So B,
And that B's gonna break and just kind of start laughing and go, John, you didn't have to say it.
no. B, if it is your birthday, I want you to enjoy yourself. What do you want on this wonderful morning?
Truth be told, I've never really celebrated my birthday before, so I don't really.
Renee mentioned something of trauma behind it, but
Well, I mean,
Well,
the
it
past
was
couple-
purely an assumption on my end. That's
The-
usually how these things go.
The-
Randy, but the tongue, man, that really hurts.
Alright. And Faradir will jump out of his seat and onto his chair and scream "Happy birthday" at the top of his lungs.
And Ronnie will just like cheer you on.
And then he'll start singing the birthday song
He'll join
in
you.
his
Hey,
native tongue.
no, you really don't have to sing.
Ronnie joins in singing.
Renee joins in.
Oh,
Whilst taking an ice cube from his glass and putting it on his tongue.
Bon Jovi
yeah,
dances.
your voice, you're doing a voice, so I'm walking over. I'm just gonna cast lay on hands on you, Renee, real quick.
What? My mouth is burning.
And,
Why wouldn't I be making a voice?
As he's singing the birthday song, he's gonna ray of frost all the candles that are not the ones on the cake,
Oh, thank you.
making it dark in here.
Now, when did you start caring about birthday traditions? I'm pulling your hair. Don't sweat it. All right. Oh, he'll pat you on the head. And he'll look at the candles, the cooled off candles, and he'll adjust his aviators. And he says, "All right, y'all. Good luck and take it easy."
Ronnie,
He'll turn around.
be sure, next time you speak to your boss, tell him I won't wait up for him in Kur. He'll know what I mean.
Duly noted. See you guys. And he'll turn around again.
people to care about, or have people care about me since I got to Kularo all those years ago, so I'm still a bit foreign.
It's nothing. I mean, if anything, for all the good that you've done us, and all the insight you've provided to us for Zarkel and its people, all the good you've done for them as well as us, a little 30 minutes to 45 minutes out of our day to give our thanks to just you existing is the least we could do.
I agree with the good captain. A birthday is a celebration of life. And with it being your birthday, this is a celebration of you and how happy we are to have known you be.
Cheers to that. And he'll pass out the glasses.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
Oh shit.
Not like bawling, but more just so like tears are flowing out of their eyes because this is a I don't know, this is a first for them in their entire life, and they don't know how to feel about it.
I understand, B. I can empathize with the fact that perhaps the reason that you didn't really want to celebrate is because you've been so isolated, so foreign for so long. But I wasn't necessarily mad at you, at least beyond playfully.
No, it's not that. Like, I didn't think you were truly mad. It's just, again, this is a first, so. Truth be told, I woke up this morning and I was just ready to just go about the rest of my day like normal. So, this surprise wasn't, surprise was, I suppose it's pleasant.
Oh, perhaps something good did come of that idiot showing up.
I suppose so.
Something tells me he's got a good heart down there somewhere. He's just associating with the wrong people.
Part of me is hoping that he finds work elsewhere, but I know that's not going to happen. So.
Well, perhaps when this is over, well, even before then, maybe we can turn him around. Give him something productive to do on my ship.
Oh, I highly doubt it. You ever seen like a nautiloid?
No, and I hope, for all of our sakes, that I don't encounter one.
Yeah.
Wait. Does that mean you have encountered the so-called Mind Flayer?
Unfortunately. And he's gonna take a swig.
That's got a lot of history. That swig right there.
Now, Faradir, captain of a Illith ship. A very important question. And I say this out of curiosity, scientific even. Because I've heard of the process of how they are made.
Bust out a hearty laugh.
Because their cycle of creation isn't sexual, but they were people at some point. So does the transformation remove the genitalia?
Why are you curious about this aspect in particular?
Because it came up in a conversation once years ago at a tavern, and
Are you trying to settle a bet?
not even. I laughed it off at the time, but then the conversation pops in my head, and I don't know the answer, and it bothers me.
Well, Faradir, care to enlighten the man?
Well, just let you know, unfortunately, John, I can't really answer that question. I never seen a mind flayer naked before, so
Damnation.
You hear him shuffling some papers, and he goes, "Duly noted. I will prepare some scouting in the meantime. Try to ascertain which entrance he is most likely to take, if any of the underground passages are to be believed. I
And,
appreciate the notice.
as well as he's given us the name and location of the Yellow King cultist member that we are looking for too. It's
Please ask Renee, but should I forward the name of this individual to the detective who's also looking into these matters.
One moment, and actually, no. Renee, you'll see the hourglass kind of like fly over to you and just kind of bump you on the shoulder.
I'm still.
That PI that you were speaking to.
Oh yes, please, by all means, have Dr. Silme inform Minsu of the name of this individual. I don't think that we should spend any of our time on these matters. I mean, as far as we've been able to discover, it appears that the Yellow King cultists are merely trying to waste our time. At least for us. I'm sure that the PI can get much more done than we could as a group going through Kularo.
B will nod and say, you can go back to your whatever you three were talking about.
Oh, it's really a riveting discussion. I mean, you're free to join us again when you're done here.
I'm quite all right. And B's gonna go back to talking on the phone and say, no, it's everything else. Everything else was. I believe that is all I have to report.
Excellent work, B.
And thank you, Dr. Selme.
And I'm sure you've heard enough of it so far, but happy birthday.
I've probably heard it more today than I have my entire life, Dr. Selme, so thank you.
How does it feel?
Truth be told, I don't really know what to feel. I don't really, never really celebrated anything like this before, or, well, had friends for that matter, so it's a strange feeling.
It'll be a strange feeling, but it'll be a good feeling looking back. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Yes, and see you soon. 16th president of the United States of Fredonia is currently alive and currently ruling or residing on Rovan.
Really?
Yes.
I suppose stranger things have happened.
True, we have fought poop demons.
Yes, and we did meet Hannibal himself in a dreamscape. That was quite eye-opening as well.
About that android fuck.
Yes.
I don't know who Desilme is going to have us go after first, but I have a feeling that you're wanting to enact your own justice on that android, Faraday.
Kill him, yeah.
If it were up to me, Faradir, we'd intercept him before he even makes it to Terra. But
we need more information first.
yes,
Oh yeah, no. B was going to Faradir's room.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so B's just gonna go over and knock on Faradir's door.
Faradir, you hear a knock. It's distinctly lower on the door.
He's gonna walk over and just already be looking down as the door opens.
The door will open. B will be instinctively looking up and say, good evening, Faradir. May I come in?
Sure.
Oh, I got the Bon Jovi jump scare. I forgot he was here.
He was like standing in the corner, so it kind of does low-key jump scare you.
So B will walk.
I said, oh?
I will admit I'm stubborn at times and like to think myself smarter than most people I talk to, but there's even some things that even I don't know. And considering I would say you're a master, legendary even at this subject, I want your advice with something.
Go on.
B is going to pull out their journal and sit in a chair and say, could you give me some pointers in the bedroom?
Whoa.
After my night with Desiree and Damien and Akira, it was very clear that I was outmatched and Sorry, Alistair's like far away, like
What you
noise
said,
fucking
I-
killed me. Really was. I was serious when I was apologizing earlier. I feel as though I judged you and Bone and your crewmates a little too hastily.
No harm done. Don't worry about it.
Let me know if there is anything I can do to make it up to you in the future. Or at least in repayment for this the cricket ambience on the ship.
Oh, you know, it's good.
Make it up to you and for the knowledge at least.
Again, don't worry about it.
Whatever you say, fair dear. And B will nod and then take their leave.
I could type it out, but I don't want to. I'm leaned back in my chair. So I'll just say something along the lines of, I'm not sure if you two knew this, but today is B's birthday. We tried to give them a celebration, and I think they enjoyed it. Since we're heading back to Zarkel's pretty soon, if you two get the chance, how do I word this?
Ravage them again.
No. Maybe just something as simple as happy birthday to B. It seems like they didn't get to enjoy many birthdays, and I think something like this from people they care about would be nice for them. And I'll send that.
Let me go ahead here. Although Desiree sends it with when she says, "Oh, don't worry, I'll gift B." It's like the mischievous imp emoji.
Do not give B an imp.
You already have to deal with Kai the cat. I don't think you can handle another bet.
Desiree would type back, "Are you assuming because I'm a tiefling?"
Oh, you're
No,
racist. John's racist.
No,
John's
you're-
racist. John's racist. John's racist.
It's over. Everything I've
Cancelled.
done.
Chaotic evil.
Racist piss night.
No, you set that. What are they called? Emoji.
Emojis.
And she kind of gives you a wink. She goes, "I'm just playing with you."
I won't respond, but I will look at that message and go, texting is difficult.
Your penis and your butt cheeks.
Oh.
And he's busting a move on the fucking tables.
And so is Bon Jovi. He's following in every footstep.
Dude,
Like
let's
a
go.
loyal companion he is.
Fuck yeah.
And the night is spent with revelry, with joy, with a little bit of pleasure. B, while you're relaxing in your room,
No.
you get sent a dream.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
And the dream, you're in the streets. You can tell it's somewhere in Kularo. The northern pillar of Heracles is always there. There are several figures, two groups facing each other. One person on the opposing side gets stabbed, and that's when the dream ends. Captain Thorley's ship was attacked, and you had barely escaped. In fact, you would have drowned had it not been for her and a few others. She's always been a little mysterious, but she's always been kind to you. And obviously, she is the mother to one of your crewmates. But she tells you she's on her way.
You're being very overly cautious.
Renee will kind of sit down on the couch, and he kind of looks to Mr. Minsu and to Dr. Asilme, and he kind of goes, "You'll have to forgive me if I'm a little skeptical, but this meeting, this lead that we've ascertained, it all seems to be a little too convenient, does it not? Perhaps this is all a trap. If you're right, and Uvis is in fact tailing Miss Pyrenees, then I guess the question remains is, do we spring the trap? Are we prepared if we do spring said trap?
He looks at you, Jonathan. I need you to make a diplomacy roll.
Whoa.
No one can aid you in this task.
Okay.
And just like
Shit!
that. And just like
That was amazing. Nice. Keep an ear and an eye out for a woman named Jeline Tallure.
Excuse me, what?
Yes.
The name rings a bell.
Bad blood. I probably won't give my opinion all too much. I'll try
She
and stay
attends a
away.
medical school,
Yes, that she did.
and you happen to know her.
She is, partially responsible for my expulsion from said medical school.
I see. He pulls out the notepad and begins to write this down.
If you want the real story, I can explain what really happened later, but my expulsion was about, I think, 5 or so years ago. Okay. Just be careful and don't get into too much danger.
Ah, come on. You know me.
I'm trusting your judgment. I'm just, you know me. I'm a worrywart.
No, I understand. You're looking out for me.
Of course. And B's just thinking, well, I look out for everybody, but sure, you should specify yourself, I guess.
And he grabs you for a hug while you're thinking about that.
I'm gonna hug back and go, yes, and I'm gonna. He's having a bend out, so I'll pat his head and just say, "Thank you again, Dame. You're gonna be good help tonight."
Am I gonna get a reward later?
Like, you mean cook you dinner or something, or like what?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Sure. I'm gonna whatever I got in the fridge. Yeah.
Nice.
Or B will say, once everything's all taken care of, I'll get in contact with you and let you know how everything went.
Understand. Good luck, everyone.
You too. Wait, why you too? Never mind, I didn't say that. Never mind, I didn't say that. I didn't
Yes,
say
you
that.
did. Yes, you did. You
What's
said
B's
it.
charisma? What's B's charisma?
8.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, you said that.
Enjoy your
Sorry.
meal. You too.
Yeah, he gets blown up.
Renee
He's
kind of
the one
looks.
who stabs.
He kind of looks at everybody, and he'll go. This is one of the few times that we're sure to encounter some form of violence. Most times, I know I tend to weasel our way out of such things, but this, it seems rather unavoidable. Just remember, we have a plan, we have one another, and also remember what that android bastard did to Faraday's crew. Keep that in mind.
As boots hit tiny little ponds that have formed within the cracked concrete, and as you all begin your process, Renee, you put on your cloak to hide, make yourself look inconspicuous, kind of looking around. You are like equidistant to Faradir, so you and Faradir are about like 30 feet apart, and Faradir is about 30 feet apart from his two companions behind him. As Faradir just pinging for magic.
Drink it, and then throw the bottle across the street towards said building with the baddies on it, and start yelling about how Fucking damn shadow government fucked my dog.
All right, what the hell did I come back to?
Interesting.
The shadow government fucked his dog.
Damn.
So, Faradir, you take a swig of this Reval Porter,
Oh, wait.
and
Wait,
as you finish swigging this, you go ahead and you toss the glass, and it shatters against the rooftop.
Who the fuck is that?
The mayor. That's the current mayor of Kularo.
That's the mayor?
Yeah, it's.
Well,
I
Okay,
think the mayor's about to bite it, fella. If I had to guess.
No, we were just told to bring them in.
Do I recognize you?
You don't
Well,
fucking
so
know
do
me.
we see Renee approaching?
I'm saddened to say that the both of you will be under arrest for the time being.
Under arrest?
Can I lean on this this fine lady?
She kind of backs up as he slashes. He slashes at the breastplate, and then he slashes at her exposed face. And as he takes a large cleave of her face off, you see this. Her part of her face is exposed.
That explains the makeup. That explains the makeup.
She's undead.
Mm-hmm.
The creature willingly gets out of invisibility. We'll pick up Mayor Ian. Show his like dangling body to you guys, and then he rips him apart vertically.
Okay, that was excessive as fuck.
And he throws the corpse over in your direction before he begins to fly away.
He's flying away.
Okay, wait. Now hold on, guys. I think it's not as bad as we think, because, hey, Mayor Ian had loaded dice on him. He was up to no good.
This is a turn of events.
And as the corpse falls, Pyrenees looks at it in complete shock, with her one visible masked eye, and she gasps as she quickly looks to her companions in bewilderment.
Well, that guy's not fucking with you?
And then you hear Uvav say, "Third party, eh? Made things interesting." He licks the knife and he will slowly prepare himself.
Did I see what it was when it, like, got out of invisibility?
Oh yeah. This was the same creature that was revealed at the Lie Theater bombing.
What the fuck is that?
Wait a minute.
Faradir.
If this is at the Life Theater.
Faradir and Jonathan, you identified this as an Eidolon. The summoner is not far. But your priorities, what are your priorities at this moment? That is the real question. And that's what we'll end the session.
Not